I just brought everything out to eat and do video and journal. Vulture. It's pretty cold actually. The sun's been out, but now the clouds are kind of coming out. It's kind of far away. I think my coffee will probably get cold really fast. Actually, technically it's Americano. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I feel like I'm talking low. I think the clouds will pass. But in the meantime, maybe I should move that closer. Dude, actually the end of the tripod is literally might fall off the deck. I have some Trader Joe's oatmeal. I have a Americano. I brought like all these things because I want to journal. There it is. And maple cards. I don't know if I want this to be a video, a YouTube video, or just my own personal diary. I guess we'll see what comes out. But today I'm feeling very chatty, which is interesting. I'm not normally like that. Often. I haven't been in a while anyway. So, I got this Trader Joe's espresso and it's really good. I forget what it's called, but I dare say there's a toucan on it. I don't know, it has some rainforest vibes on it. But I'd really recommend it because I think it's really good. I find I'm making this YouTube video. I hope this finds you well today. It's a sunny Tuesday here. Yesterday was the spring equinox. Today's new moon, which makes me think of setting intentions. So that's kind of something I would like to do in my journal, is just write down things that I intend or want to bring in to my life. This is kind of crooked. Cut my hair shorter, way to go. And I had my intention was to add some kind of copperish caramel highlights to it, and it's actually pretty blonde. So I was kind of shocked at first. My hair's a lot lighter now, but it's been fun because it's strange how what we have and what we look like doesn't really define us, but I have noticed how I feel, at least now. I might feel like differently as, you know, at some other point in my life, but I feel more like myself when my hair is a little shorter. I think long hair is really pretty, but I don't know, it just feels more comfortable and natural when it's a little bit shorter. And I've also noticed, it seems like when I go through not just life transitions, but if I go through certain things and I feel like it kind of changes me a little bit. Obviously, anytime we go through something, we grow and expand, even if it's something very small. We're constantly learning and growing and changing. And I've noticed even just my taste in clothing changes in a short span of time if I change a lot, like if I go through certain experiences. So that's been really interesting to see. And again, not that material things like that define us, but I think of like clothes and makeup as a way to express ourselves, like who we naturally are. And so yeah, I think clothes are kind of cool to find something that represents who you feel to be inside. So that's just something I've been noticing lately. And excuse me, burpee. I'm on volume 15 of Demon Slayer. I took out 15 through 18 from the library, and I thought I'd read them really quickly like I have the other ones, but I've been kind of putting it off. I got this. Small Focus. And I got The Artist's Way. Both books that were recommended. And something I was listening to, different things. So I think I'll put these down. I don't need all this stuff up here. I think it'd be interesting to do mukbang videos. I think that's what it's called. And people just watch you eat because I really like food. Oatmeal's pretty, not super fun though, probably to watch. Very plain. This is actually really good though. Feels good to sit outside and be in the sun. It feels kind of chilly. This sweater is not super warm. Like, holy. It's a whole. Espresso machine tomorrow, which I've always wanted. Just like an actual espresso machine. I have a Nespresso machine. But with that, you're kind of limited to what you can buy because they're pods, and also, even though you can recycle them, it kind of feels wasteful in a way. So, we'll see how that goes. I'm really excited. I saw a review, and this has happened to me before, where someone bought this one that I'm buying, and they bought it new, but it came like clearly used, and that's happened to me with things I've purchased from Amazon before, so I'm hoping I get a new one and that I will like it. So I'm excited to try it so I can use some local espresso. And with this one, you can buy an attachment to use Nespresso pods, so if I wanted to still do that, I could, and obviously I could just use the machine I have too, like I already have. There we go. It's crazy how much the wind can change the temperature. If there was no wind right now, it'd actually be pretty warm. Kind of crazy that spring is here already. The winter actually went by pretty fast, and it was I know we can still get winter weather and it's still pretty cold, but like, I don't know, I feel like the perfect length of time, and I wouldn't be mad if it was still wintry for the next month. But I'm really excited for days like this where it's sunny and just really rainy days. I love that a lot. And I think it's more motivating to do the work that I do when it's nice out. I do gig work, like Instacart and stuff. It just makes you want to be out more when it's nice. The winter months make you want to hibernate. It's less motivating. This is a random, but college and just school is kind of a funny thing. I was thinking recently about how some of the jobs I'm drawn to doing, like for me, I don't really have a dream job. I don't think. I think I used to have things I thought were a dream job, but I wouldn't want them to be a job. Like, for instance, I used to think that being paid to travel around would be really cool and maybe blog and stuff, but I wouldn't want to feel that obligation. I just really like enjoying the moment when I'm traveling somewhere and taking pictures when I want to, and I actually think it'd be kind of hard and maybe kind of, I don't know, just depressing, but being a content creator that captures their life all the time, I just feel like that take you out of the present moment. And if you just feel like every moment of your life you have to capture, and having the thought like, oh, does this make for good content, I think that would take a toll after a while. Unless maybe someone was really lonely and just really enjoyed sharing their life and maybe kind of almost a distraction of it. But yeah, I was just thinking about that. But where I was going with that is, I feel like the jobs I'm drawn to sometimes are jobs that like anyone could do, or more so that you don't need a degree to do it. And I have a college degree in social work, but I don't feel like I want to go that route in life. Like, I feel like I enjoy working in a coffee shop and working with animals and like not really being in bed. I don't think I would enjoy that, but just kind of caring for animals. And I just was thinking in my mind yesterday about how some people, like parents and stuff, or just other people, have the idea like, what's the point of going to college if you don't use your degree? But what's really interesting about college is that, at least for me, how I feel about it from my experience is you learn so much about yourself and a variety of subjects. So like, even if you don't use your degree, it's not at all wasteful in my eyes. Obviously, if you're thousands and thousands in debt, it's like not ideal, but knowledge is kind of priceless. Not it is, kind of it is. But more so wisdom. Wisdom is really what's priceless. There's something so cheerful about hearing birds, especially in the morning. It's so nice. I think I gotta chug that because it's getting cold pretty fast. This is my favorite chapstick. It's Korean. Well, one of my favorites, I should say. By Tony Moly. And I think it's the cherry one. But my favorite is by Etude House. And I don't know if they're really making it anymore, I'm not sure. But I first got it when I went to Korea, South Korea, and I loved it. And like, they had it on Amazon, which is awesome, but they haven't really had it, so they might not be making it anymore. Woo. I think water is very cleansing to one's energy, and I think wind is kind of the same in its own way. My favorite is when it's really warm out and the wind is warm. That's the best. Or like warm, rainy days. Those are two of my favorite kinds of weather. I'm having all these random thoughts that come to mind, but I just saw this flower on the cup, and I've been seeing lotuses a lot lately, like in imagery and stuff, which I feel like is a good symbol. But I don't know what I want to do first. I'm kind of drawn to pulling from here, and if I end up making this into a video that I share, I'm gonna make it the intention that not only is this card for myself, but for anyone who watches this. So this is from the White Lake Oracle, and I really like the picture on there. I'm drawn to looking at this tree with birds in there. I tend to like, this one's not going in, I'll choose that one. I've gotten that one a lot. I tend to like Elena Fairchild's decks, Oracle card decks. So this is Telepathy of Terra Mater. And her meanings tend to be longer. Hopefully these cards don't blow away. Wait, where's the lid? Oh, I put it in the box. Meow. Oh, now it's really stuck. Oh god. In the box. Okay. Ooh, I don't think I've read this back before. I like this. The doorway to the sacred is found within the heart. Even though I've pulled this card many a time, I don't remember what it means. This deck is still kind of new to me. I've pulled from it a whole lot. I'm drawn to getting the Rumi Oracle card deck, which I think is also by Elena Fairchild. So this says, the pathway of your spiritual fulfillment and the sacred manifestation of your purpose is not necessarily logical and will evolve organically. The skillful and unpredictable workings of the Earth Mother are supporting your soul journey unconditionally. Following up on inspired ideas and allowing for unexpected shifts in direction are integral to the manifestation of your soul purpose. Commit to an idea that feels good in your heart. Even if it seems improbable or unattainable, it will manifest successfully. Let's see. Your soul, she knows that your soul is divinely intended to become and what you need to meet your destiny. That's okay. The Oracle of Telepathy of Terra Mater comes to you with a guidance that Earth Mother knows your spiritual destiny and how to help you fulfill your life purpose, because of course that is why you're here in a body. She is on the side of your soul, of all souls actually, because whilst egos may be at war, the soul is always on the same side, that of love, evolution, and enlightenment. Just talks about how the ways of Terra Mater are the ways of the divine feminine creatrix. She knows how to shape your life path to avoid pitfalls and provide you with all you need to know and experience, so you're prepared for your next steps. She consistently nurtures your soul through the most improbable evolutionary leaps. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly. It's kind of ironic because I'm wearing a butterfly pin that my grandma gave me the other day. One only has to contemplate the existence of a butterfly and how it becomes as such to know that logic and the predictable are not often her creative markers. She prefers the astonishing over the rational. What does this mean? It means don't let your intellect stifle your imagination. Trust in the inspired idea, unconventional guidance, and heart-honoring intuitions that occur to you. That seems like a big theme for me right now, and at least for me, what I'm guided to do, and that's really just feeling into my heart and trusting my heart. And as this is saying, which I really feel, is acting on those feelings. Like if you feel drawn to doing something or inspired to try something, that's for a reason, and to do that, even if you don't really know why. You have those feelings. Ooh, it's cold. Earth Mother will heal your soul and speak to your heart through the telepathic transmitter of your body. Take time to tune into your body and to hear her guiding genius. Cool. I'm gonna, you know what, I don't think I feel like pulling any of these cards, actually. And I grabbed all those decks. So today is 3/21. Did I hear this already? 3. I'm just gonna write that I got this card. I talked to one of my friends today, and he said his intention for the day is positivity. There's a different way he said it. Positive energy, I think. I don't know what I want my intention to be today. Sometimes I like to create one. Sometimes I totally forget about it. Like, just like going with the flow resonates. Going with the flow and honoring heart urges, and then suddenly I want to read what this pen says because it has a quote on it. Your heart is so big. That's what it says. I got these pens from TJ Maxx. There's this one and a blue one and a red one. I don't know what the red one says. I think the blue one says something about like you're a breath of fresh air. But when I bought these, I thought they'd be the color that they are, but they're black. This journal has today's focus, an affirmation for today, what I'm grateful for, what I'm excited about today, how I'll make space for gratitude today. And then on the other page, there's like an evening section, and it's good things that happened today, but I'll read it in the morning too if good things already happened. Sometimes I'll write waking up, like being alive, basically. It's always a good thing. Things I did to make a positive difference today. You can put how you feel. There's like a bunch of emotions you can check off, or you can write your own. And then lastly, a positive thought to carry me to sleep. I think for the affirmation, I just feel like writing tune into the heart. What I'm grateful for, definitely. Whoa, I saw the pen reflection. It kind of freaked me out on the phone screen. I'm grateful for sunshine, of course, the wind, warmth, friends, oracle cards, birds, and bird song, and sounds. Sam, my dog, that passed, all our cats, all my loved ones. Our health and vitality, meaning like me and that of my loved ones. Good books, cozy sweaters, and clothes. Good coffee, espresso. The the ability to feel can sometimes feel like, I wouldn't say a hindrance. It can be difficult to feel sometimes. Right, it's a huge blessing, honestly. And the feeling of freedom. Memories of past vacations. It's fun to think about, like, cruises I've gone on with my family when I was younger, like, warm, something around the warm sunshine and beaches. Oh dang, dude, a huge cloud's coming in. I definitely gotta go in. It's kind of risk. And just having all I need. Having enough. Feeling blessed and connected to all that is. I don't know if I wrote this already, but I'll just put connection, even though it's kind of the same. Thank you. Finley? Hi, Finley! And, just like clouds and the different types of weather. Seasons. What I'm excited about? I think yesterday I put making it a good day. I'm excited about doing the espresso machine tomorrow. I feel like waiting to see what's to come. And how to make space for gratitude today. It's kind of like a weird question to me. How to make space for gratitude today. I'm just gonna put through the breath and taking the time to be grateful. Well, I'm gonna end this video here and take it inside. Maybe not the video, but just go inside. Probably maybe do some work here. So if I ended making this into a video to share, thanks for joining me for a little while. Actually, I don't know how it's almost 28 minutes. It's crazy. I thought it was like 15 minutes at the most. Anyway, thanks for joining me. If I make this into a video, I'll see you guys soon. And if this is just for me, then I'll see myself right now.